The Piscean age was all about going and seeing an external guru who would sometimes negate your own free will by telling you what you had to go and do. Aquarius rising is all about self-initiation. Yes, you can go and see a guru, but it's about them giving you the tools to come into your own sovereignty, and that's where we're at today. It's about self-starting, self-initiation, and coming into your power, negating external forces and starting from within instead of without. Pisces to Aquarius rising. And let's begin our today's video. Please go and check out my Telegram channel. The link is below because that's where you're going to be able to get all the extra detail that you can't get here. I'll see you there. Over the next coming months, but especially over these summer months in the Northern Hemisphere, we are going to be going over a lot of different timeline shifts. And things will be stopping and starting and changing. A lot of people are coming much more into their sovereignty. They're coming into their soul urge, their soul yearning. They're starting to become in alignment with their true selves. And because of that, what we're seeing a lot this year is a lot of people's timelines and plans that they made are not matching up to the expectation that they're putting back out, because they're not a frequency match for who they really are and what the outside world is showing them who they need to be. And we're having a lot of this tower card moments at this moment in time for a lot of people changing careers and changing things up. Now, a lot of plans that were meant to be going into fruition haven't quite summarized in the way that they thought they were going to be. So now is an incredible time to be figuring out where you need to be going. What type of new venture? Is it a new business? Is it a new department within this company? Or are you going to go at it and start something completely brand new? Because as we go into Aquarius rising, as we go into these higher energies, we still have this massive undeleted folder in our subconscious which has emotional attachments to three things: people, places, and things. So as we go up in vibration, we don't need to be taking on more information. We need to be getting rid of information. We need to be unclogging the subconscious, both mentally, unconsciously, and akashically, so that we can go newborn, untainted, with a new foundation into these higher energies. And sometimes that means starting again, and sometimes that means taking transferable skills that we already have, we've already learnt, that we already know, sometimes intuitively already existing claircognizancy, into a new age. So today I'm going to run through just some very basic things just to get a few little butterflies going in the heart, in the higher intelligence heart, and for some of you in the mind, so that you can have a bit of a think on what's going to come next and how you might get there. Now, on a numerological level, you can start to get an understanding of the energetics that are within you. When we are born, we are given a name that appears on our birth certificate, and that name holds certain codes. Now, you can also look into things like life path number, soul urge number, destiny number. And if you go on Google, there are various calculators. You can get soul urge calculator, life path calculator, destiny number calculator, and all you have to do is put in your details and it pops up, and you can start to get an evaluation, an energetic imprint of not only your birthday but also your name and the numbers that appear. So you can start to go through your numbers and see a little about who energetically you are. In Japan, in Okinawa, the Japanese people use a spiritual term called ikigai, which means life force or life worth. And this is a brilliant little exercise for you to start helping you come into your own sovereignty and use your own tuition, so that gurus are not negating your free will in telling you where you need to be going and who you need to be. The person of Okinawa used to live to a very ripe old age, and that's because they were in their true authenticity. And when you are in your true authenticity, your body feels that on a cellular level, and you are able to expand, and the body and mind start to find a balance, and you live longer. So you can begin to look at what you're good at and what you love. That will give you your passion. But sometimes it's a little bit hard to place where you fit into the world within that resonance. So then you can be looking at what you're good at and what you can actually be paid for, and that'll give you your profession. But sometimes in a profession we feel empty, so where do we go from there? So then we come on to what you can be paid for and what the world needs, and that gives you your vocation. But with a vocation, are you ready to be the next big Elon Musk entrepreneur? There's a level of uncertainty there. So if you take what the world needs and what you love, you then get your mission. And that's very fulfilling. But where is the financial stability and the wealth in that? So we need to go to the next tier. So now we know how to create our passion, profession, vocation, and mission. Now what we need to do is start creating the themes that are coming up. You might have 4 themes in vocation. You might have 4 themes in your profession. You might have 3 in your mission. And it's the themes that come all together, the ones that are the commonality in the middle, that are going to be leading you into your new life. And it's very, very important to be doing this exercise, not with fearful thinking and how am I going to pay the bills? How am I going to make the money? Of course, that's important. But all the great entrepreneurs had a vision. All the great composers, Hans, Bach, Mozart, they had the mission first. The entrepreneurs, they have these great business ideas first, sometimes before they even know how they're going to make the money. So use your higher heart intelligence first to figure all of this out. Use the list, create your passion, profession, mission, and vocation using your higher heart intelligence first, your soul intelligence, as opposed to this, because this is the Piscean age and this is Aquarius rising here. This is what's going to give you the intelligence, the intuitive, the initiation, the self-start to get into where you need to go next, if you can just take the leap. And I'm not saying dip your toe in the water and have a little play with the water and think, oh, it's a bit cold, and then get out. No, you got to jump into it. That's where the payoff is. That's where your guides are kind of going to come in, your star family. That's where you're going to get the help. That's where the quantum field is going to kick in, because your toroidal field around you is going to start putting out a message because of your intention, going boom, boom, boom. We know what this person wants. We know how we're going to deliver it to them, and it starts happening around you. But if you're not clear in the intention, it won't come to you. So we've talked about the passion, profession, mission, and vocation. We know how to find these things. And we've got themes appearing in all 4. You're going to find that your heart is going to start being drawn towards these themes. And the ones with the most overlinking are going to be your top ones. And remember, do this exercise not from your head, but from your heart. So if you're looking into a little bit of your numbers, your energetics, if you're using your ikigai, you're thinking forward about who you really want to be in your authenticity, the clues are going to start coming out. As opposed to having to go to a guru in the Piscean age who would tell you what to do, the guru in the Aquarius rising is giving the tools of how you can come into your sovereignty. And that's why the star seeds came to Earth at this moment in time, to come into their power, not to have to go to someone else who has the power. I'm Alexander Quinn, Starseed Navigating the Light, and if you are lost and you don't know how to get to the next stage, use these tools. Get on Google, do the work, have a think about it, get pen and paper out, draw it, get the intuition going, get the juices going, and tap into your higher heart intelligence. That's the soul yearning, is what your soul came down here to do, not what your parents told you to do, not what the external world told you to do, become a doctor and a lawyer because that was safe. You don't need to be safe in a new energy anymore, because it won't work the same way. And many of you have been going back to old businesses, old jobs, and you keep getting made redundant over and over and over and over again, and butting your head against the wall over and over again. And the universe is telling you this is not going to work. So let's find a new direction and start with these basics, and it'll give you an inkling of where you might need to go. I love you guys, and there's going to be much more things happening and more regular videos now that I'm back. Ciao.